Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is HowFast.
How's it going, guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh shit, it's not New Year yet. Well, it's close.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. We'll go with that, yeah.
Yeah, and Derek and I actually had some really cool news this last week. On top of our regular weekly great news that we get about our car. Turns out Randy, our friend in Windsor there, we were talking to him and he's more than graciously accepted our proposal for him to put it together. He had asked before, who's going to put together the engine? And I said, well, Derek and I are. He said, I'll do it for you guys. I'll take care of it for you. So
yeah, kind of, blew us away. That's something we've been thinking about quite a bit. That's a big part of the build.
Yeah,
we screw that up, and one wrong thing, and we're back to square one.
To square one, and so we really appreciate that, Randy. We want to say thank you very much, and we won't forget that. So, on top of that,
yeah. I
was sharing some of our content on some Facebook channels or Facebook pages, and I came across one called Cast Car Glory Years, or it was Asphalt Modified, I think it was, but basically a bunch of late model Facebook pages out there, and as soon as I posted it, some guys immediately recognized our car.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you guys remember, but on our dash here, we actually used to have the number 18, and up there was a interstate sticker, which actually was kind of like a clue to these guys about where this car came from, and really great story behind it.
Yeah. Too bad, if we would have known that, I was thinking about that the other day, we could have left the 18 in interstate, but I mean, maybe something we can incorporate, with the new design of the car.
Yeah.
Just kind of put that back on there just to show the history of the car, where it came from. It's kind of cool knowing that, where the car came from now, who drove it.
Well, so I'll give you guys a little bit of background on it. So the car, from what we understand and what we've been told is, and this kind of confirms what Lance had told us, that it's a McCall chassis, right? And the fellow we spoke to, his name is Mike Herniak. And Mike, I sincerely apologize if I'm just destroying that last name. My last name's Gignac, so it gets destroyed all the time. I feel your pain. But so it's Mike Herniak, we believe. Yeah, and we're gonna go with that for now. And him and his team have been really gracious and told us that, as much as they know about this car, apparently, he and his guys were cast car racers back in the day, and he has a racing team now called Herniak Hall Racing, and it looks like his sons are racing now, and seems like a really great guy, has a great team of professionals that he works with, and they've said that they're willing to come and help us figure out this car, make sure that it's driving straight, and that to us means the world. I can't explain how humbled Derek and I both are by...
there's kind of the guys that have come out of the woodwork with the recognition of the car, and it's almost like a barn find in ways with some guys. Can't believe the car's still around. Why is this car? Why do these guys have this car? What the heck are they doing with the car?
Where did it come from? So we actually found out. And guys, I want to tell you, we're really grateful. We were told, that the race car community, regardless of drag racing or circle track or any drifting, that it's all, just a bunch of great guys, and we're finding that left and right. Every time we turn a corner to ask a question, there's people who are willing to share their knowledge and help us out at not even a second thought. They just jump right in. Yeah, let me help you. So we really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
And that just helps us and makes us want to push more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge kick for us to have all these guys knowing that if we need help, there's people there that can ask. We can ask, and they're willing to give us the answers.
I don't know if you guys can see down there, we've got a SMC on the chassis that Derek and I happen to come across. We really don't know what that is about. Could be...
Is it Sean McGlynn? Yeah. Or is that S. McCall for the chassis?
Right. A lot of MCs in the equation. We're not totally sure which that means. So Sean or Chad or any the McCall company, if you guys are watching this, if you see it, if you recognize it, let us know. We'd love to know. And we actually were given from Mike Herniak, he sent me a link to the Cast Car Glory Years page, and while I was searching around on there, I came across some pictures of what I believe is our old car. So these are some pictures of it now. So that's what the car looked like. I'd like to believe it was the white one, because it seems like that one is like special compared to the other ones. To me, it sticks out. So I'd like to believe that was it, but without hearing from some of the actual drivers who drove the car, we probably wouldn't know. So if you guys do see this, get a hold of us. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, it's any history on the car, and then we can put back into the car just to keep the history going on it.
Yeah.
With the number 18 on it, incorporate that wherever we can. Somehow, some way, little hidden spots, just to to keep the history of the car. That's, kind of the point of the building, and picking up something like this. I mean, we knew it was going to be a lot of work, as much work as it's turning into, maybe not, but you know what? That's just part of the fun and the challenge of what we're doing here.
So the weather's been actually really nice over the last couple days, and I really couldn't help myself. I got out and started working on the engine. I tore it all apart, got the last of the bearings and the lifters out, got it ready to go for paint. So why don't you guys catch up with me on that one right now. Last couple things we have to do to the engine here before we get it ready for reassembly is we have to pull the last of these bearings. We have to get the lifters, which are basically stuck in the bore, out, and we got to pull the cam bearings. Now, I don't have the cam bearing tool. Randy has generously said he's going to help us put this engine together, and I know he's got the tool. I trust him to obviously take those out and put new ones in. So we're going to leave the cam bearings. I'm going to pull these. I'm going to pull the lifters, oil down the cylinders, clean everything up one last time, tape it up, and get it ready for paint. So stick around. Really thrilling stuff that's about to go down right now. Thrilling. One. Okay, those were a pain in the butt. Probably the sore spot on the engine, I would think. Maybe one of the reasons why it was taken off the road. I'm not sure, but those lifters were definitely in there tighter than they should have been. So, here's the block all tore down, other than the cam bearings. So I'm going to take this thing, hose it down with a bunch of like foaming degreaser, scrub the crap out of it, and then spray it down and blow dry it with compressed air. Make sure it's nice and clean. All the mating surfaces are clean. Tape it up. Get it ready for paint. Anybody got a match? I know some of you out there are professionals and you've done a bunch of this stuff 1,000 times, so please let this be the disclaimer for all of the HowFast episodes. Derek and I are not professionals, nor do we condone doing any of the things in the way that we do them. This is just how we know things work. I've had engines down to their blocks twice before. I've built 2 engines. This will be my 3rd. Never an LS. Only Chevy small block 350s. But the way I'm doing things, I've done it before like this. It works. Is it the right way? Probably not. But I do know it works. So if you don't think it'll work, stick around and find out. You know, I mean, hey man, we learn, right? Failure's the best teacher. So we'll figure it out as we go. So I've got the block here down to, we've just sprayed it down. I'm now hitting it with a different degreaser and an old toothbrush. This is Derek's toothbrush. I'm just cleaning the block, scrubbing it down with this other degreaser, this purple one I have, which actually is worked really well on some of the old engine components on the inside. So hopefully it works well on this, and I'm just gonna keep scrubbing away, and I'll put you guys on time lapse because kind of boring. Okay, got that thing pretty much scrubbed down, I mean, other than the back here, but I'm going to flip it over now and tack the top. Oh, I haven't seen this side of the block in, God, it feels like months. And it is dirty. Okay, got the block pretty much scrubbed down, I guess. I'm going to pull it out and spray it down with the hose now and then dry it up. Fail. Okay, so I have the block cleaned up now. Pretty much all the really bad junk off of it. I've cleaned up most of the outside of it, and it's now it's drying up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to oil all the cylinders, all the bores, all of the bearing braces, and then I'm going to tape it all up and seal it up so that it's completely sealed on the inside here, and that should stay nice and oiled and ready for when it's time for final assembly. Clean microfiber. Repeat 8 times. Okay guys, next night, I worked pretty late into the night last night, getting this to where it is right now. It's not completely done, but I probably got about 3 hours into it now, I think. I still got a little bit of cutting out to do here. I'm going to grab some of the head gaskets and use them as a template. There's some of the block that'll be shown here on both sides of the heads like this here. So cut out timing chain cover, rear cover, covered up the seal, got the bottom ends all boxed off as well. So block's in pretty much the shape it's in right now. It's been scraped, it's been cleaned. I'm probably going to hit it with like a wax and grease remover one last time and just make sure there's nothing left on it that looks straggly. But I mean, just remember, this is a race car, it's not a show car. I'm not here trying to make this thing look gorgeous. It's just putting a fresh coat of paint on it. So we'll get some etching primer, and we're going to pick the color for the block, which I hope you guys are excited for, because I think it's still up in the air. We'll have to take a look. But so stay tuned for that, and we'll catch up with you guys then. Back to you, Jim. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that thrilling process of me chipping rust off of a hunk of steel.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's exciting.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching that, and we wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yep, and hopefully we can tackle some more of this engine. Hopefully get it painted maybe. Now that you've got it all nice and clean and stripped and ready to go. Get our pistons on order, our rod bearings, lifters,
Cam bearings,
sorry.
lifters,
cam bearings, lifters, pistons, and whatever hardware that we need.
That's right.
You know, the next week or so, get some of that ordered. Hopefully get some more parts in. And since we get them in, get the engine down to Randy. and let him start doing his thing on it.
We got a couple of things we want to do, obviously, to the chassis, but with the new contacts we've made with Mike and his team there, Derek and I said it's probably best that we're going to hold on this for the next couple of weeks until we talk to the pros about what exactly they're going to suggest we do. And then finally, Derek and I are going to start delving into the door bar here and how we're going to build like a frame for the door so that this can be accessed in and out quite a bit easier. And all the cardboard templates up there, I'm hoping we can get made and get the floor pan in here. So that's our plans. Derek and I are going to move forward on the body on this side while we're waiting for the pros to give us some advice on the front end. And in the meantime, the engine is going to get all cleaned up. Heads are going to get painted. Valve covers are going to get painted.
Yep.
Everything's going off to Randy for paint for assembly. So super exciting coming up in the next couple months here, guys. Again, Derek and I wanted to say, happy holidays and thank you so much for all your support and all of the people through the last 10 months. Yeah. Derek and I have been. We're coming up on our 1 year here in early February. But we just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who's helped us and supported us through this last 8-10 months. This journey has been incredible, and we couldn't have done it without you guys.
Yeah, it's. I didn't think it was actually going to be like this. We kind of let's document everything on the car. Show our friends, family what we're doing. Maybe make some contacts here and there. But it's kind of in the last couple months, it's like you said, it's humbling, disbelief, like we said before.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, and it's just going to keep growing. The more content we put out, better content, and the further we get on this project and move on to further projects.
And we really look forward to making more friends in this in the race scene, because honestly, everyone we've met so far has been so incredible. So thank you guys so much. If you enjoy the content, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share, and we'll catch up with you guys next time. Find out how fast we can make this car go.
Happy New Year's, guys.